Good evening. Welcome to today's update. And this is DXY. And let's look at what the trade has done so far. Now we can see that the trade has completed the swing to the downside here on the DXY, and likewise on the US dollar index, as well as euro dollar. So we have broken this primary fall, and that tells you that we actually are done with this wave, and so we are correcting the entire run of this wave. And so we are looking at this wave that is going up, probably has done an A, a B, and this is the C leg. Probably this may terminate. Potentially, the strong area is at 61.8, which is around this area that we might see for the downside. But if it's extended, the stop loss should be at this area. How did I get the stop loss? Of course, you know that the extension, once you do a retracement, it shouldn't go beyond 78. So if price broke above 61.8 here, it should stall or find resistance at 78. So looking at 78 from the top here, where are we? So the 78 is actually here, and so the price should find resistance at this point, at this level, before, without breaking the primary two. And so that this will be the ultimate area that we would expect the price to push backward. So you should be looking for a reaction at 61.8 at least. And if it gets here, it's an added or addition for you. But this point, this is where your stop loss should be in case you want to take it. But if it gets to this point, if it goes past this area, you can do your execution here and your stop loss at this area. How did I get this stop loss here? Of course, it's beyond 78. It's even beyond 80. Let's see. Of course, it's exactly at 85.4. That is where the stop loss is, exactly at 85.4. And again, for those who are trading resistance and support, the trick also is this. If I quickly go onto the daily candle, sorry for the break in transmission. So on the weekly, we can see this price action here. So price should not take this engulfing candle. So the resistance here actually coincide with that 85.6 or 85.4. The same thing applies to your US dollar index. It's the same. Maybe I should not even bother about that. So it's the same. So without wasting much of our time. If we look into what exactly is playing out now, which looks like an AB, and that's the C leg. At this point, if I go back to 15 minutes time frame, let me go back to 15 minutes time frame. So at that point, it looks likely that we have done a wave one and a wave two to the downside. This is the limit of a wave two. So this the news caused this, and here once we break the low of these, that means we are doing a 3-2, and so with that we may be able to find where that leg is going to fall. Let's bring out the drawing again. So we are pushing against this area, but potentially this is where to look for your this trend line is going to go, but without breaking this trend line. So potentially this is where to look for a trade. And on the euro dollar, it's pretty much the same. If you want to look for the price action, it's corrective on the euro dollar as well as the DXY. It is corrective. So the price didn't break lower, or yeah, the price didn't break we were thinking that price may just do a 4, or if it has not finished a 4, it will go up and take the top again or break the top, and price didn't do that. So like I warned us that we should expect, if price should continue to go up, it may take the top, or they may have completed their move. And so the move has been completed. This is a corrective format, and it's going to go deep as well. So where do we expect this also to terminate on the weekly, going to the downside on euro dollar, that the price also should find support. Look at this candle here, this price action here, because it's corrective, and this is the weekly candle, that the price should find support with this candle around this area. I mean, so we don't expect price to break below 108,400. So that's where, behind that, maybe like 10 pips behind that, or 5 pips behind that, you should have your stop loss if you want to take. But we should allow this to correct and move further down before we see a further break to the upside. And we may complete that between now and tomorrow evening. So we know what we are dealing with now. I don't want you to miss this opportunity of a good trade setup, and that's why I have to do this video ASAP. So for now, we think that this may be correcting this euro dollar. This may be correcting a 3-1, probably a 3-2. Let's see if it's a 3-2. How do we know it's a 3-2? If I go back to the 15 minutes time frame, if it's a 3-2, okay. Once we take this is the retracement here at this point is 38. So then if it breaks, of course, it's breaking above it now. So that means we are correcting this trade. And so our run is against this place. Price should not take this to the upside. So price should find support around 78 or 85 or 61.8 and begin to go down again. So that's what we are calling now. The same thing on the DXY US dollar index. US dollar index price should find support. So now price also is trying to break it here. I want you to see it, because at times when you can see my red line here. So that's about 38 retracement. So we are breaking, that means we are correcting this entire run. So both on US dollar index, DXY euro dollar, we are correcting this, and it should find support here around 78.85, retracement before it bounces back up. So this is a 3-2. It doesn't want trading to buy this or selling euro dollar now. It doesn't watch it. It does not watch it. So all you can do is to wait patiently for price to break further down, and you pick your buy. So that's what you can do. This is loading quite slowly. So we see this as A, B, and so the C part, we are done with the A part, we're done with the B part of this wave, and so we are on the C part of the wave, and the C part of the wave is what we are doing. We believe that the move, this is like a 2. The move down here might just be a 1 and a 2, and we want to properly engage this part to the downside. So, and our 100 extension will be around this area. Or around this area. Let's see. Let me try to. Yes. So price is likely going to go beyond 100 extension. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a 100 extension here, and this is 127 and this is 161.8. But looking at the entire, because you have to look at the extension of the internal architecture of the way that the price is printing, vis-a-vis the retracement or the Fibonacci retracement of the movement from here to this point. So 61 point, this is 50, price is going to, it's not going to react there. So from what I can see, because this is 100 and 50 is here, price is not going to react there. So, and this is 127 here. So price is around 123 here, which is 61.8. It is a strong place. I have a trade here, but I would rather want to load another gun if price should move down at 161.8, which is at this point. 161.8 is at this point of 108,408. That's where it is, and 78 is just here at, okay, so we can see pinpoint now, 108,364. So our support is actually here. The support is at 108,300 or 330. So if I put my stop loss at 108,100 or 820 or 100, yes, it's okay for me if I'm able to pick. So I have a trade at 61.8 here already. I have another one below that already. So I have like multiple trades already. So if I try to zoom in, so you look for opportunity to add multiple trades, knowing that, so I have a trade here. So price is not even coming here. It's a long thing to do now for now. So I have a trade here. I have another trade at this point. So I have a trade here. So that's the second trade I have. So price may likely pull down below here, which is 61.8, and come here. It will be a very good setup for me if I catch a trade here and I'm going to ride up. Now, so I'm done with that. Gold. Let's look at gold. Gold may print what it's different from, so we need to analyze gold and see the dynamics around gold. So we need to understand the dynamics around gold. So because initially we didn't even see that this is going to go beyond. So they have completed 5 here, and that's why at times it's very difficult. So when they are printing this, you think, oh, it's an ABC. But now I know that these ABC most likely will not turn up. Most likely will do a more complex correction of a WXY. That's what I think. Why do I think that way? I will tell you. So, which is different from what they're going to get with DXY, except on the DXY and Eurodollar, they are going to probably take more time and waste more time. And that is when probably the push up or the fall on DXY may now coincide with the rise, of gold, except that. Why? So we're looking at, let's look at the 1 hour time price action here. So we can see this price action on the 1 hour, the way it's looking is pretty much corrective. On the 4 hour, also very corrective. Very corrective. So now you will not see my point until we get to the onto the daily time frame. So let's look at the daily. So you'll see what I'm trying to see. If it closed like this, that's an evening star. So if it closed like that today, it's an evening star, which may signify a very deep retracement. So most likely it's not going to be a shallow retracement, because we are almost at the point, few pips away at the point of, picking our buy order on the Eurodollar and as well the inversely on the DXY. So this, if it closes like this and they don't shut it up like this, it closes more down. So that is a strong indication that is going to be a deep pullback, maybe around 50 or 61.8. retracement, and that might be very close to about 1,000 or maybe between 600 and 1,000 pips fall in terms of if that happens. So now, how do we know if it closes this way? How do we know where we are coming to? We are going to come here. Now we are going to come here to where we broke away from. Like I said, we have not missed a thing. So this height here is the first place of resistance. And again, we are going to look at here, the bottom, the top here of where you have this close, resistance, and this resistance might be the second area. So you will see those area painted in pitch now. I used pitch to paint those area, and they're going to come up now. So just let us wait for it. So if that price action closes like that, the pitch area, these are the areas we will be coming to. This is one, this is the first one, and this is the second one. And interestingly, the first is falling around 50 retracement, and the second is around 61.8 retracement of. So if we have that move right from the top, the fall is going to be like 1,006 to this point, or 1,300 pips fall to this point. So all we can do is to anticipate a correction, because this one is almost done. So I'm going to show us now. We are falling from this area. So you must know what the price is trying to do based on the price action we are seeing. They are not running the same course. Yeah, we are taught that this is going to do an A, a B, and a C. A C is here. So this AC had gone beyond 127. It broke 100, it broke 127, and the 161.8 is here. So, and that will tell you, once we break this 161.8 to the downside, it's going to give us a complex correction. So the ABC becomes a W. We're going to have an X. So if you want to do a short buy of an X, you must know that you have to disengage around 61.8 and get out. And if price is able to push around that 61.8 or 78, you can pick your buy, start looking for price action. If that happens, 50, 61.8, 78, not more, you can probably look for another sell of the second leg, which may now come around a 50 or a 61.8. So that is what I can see now that is brewing on gold. That's what I can see. So this is 161.8. Price is going to break it. It's almost there. It's gold. So price is going to break it. So if you get a reaction here, you can pick a buy, look for an X. You know, if this one becomes a big A or a W, you look for your X, then the Y. So that is what I think. I think with that, we've come to the end of today's update. All right.